very good evening and welcome to BCN News. Leading our news tonight, Premier Sir Toke Talangi has emphasized the importance of preserving Niuean culture, language and tradition. Given the size of the population, Sir Talangi believes Niueans are the last bastions of Taonga.
It's important because Niue is very small. This is the last of the Mohicans. If you understand the Indian thing, we're the last bastion for Niueans. There's nobody else. There's no other country that we can go to and say, oh, yeah, some Niueans there. This is it. We've got to look after it. We've got to be very careful about how we introduce other people into our society. I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm saying that if we're talking about heritage and we're talking about Taonga, we are it. Unfortunately or fortunately, we are it. You'll find other countries will have bigger populations of their own ethnics, and they can afford to bring in other people as well. But in our case, the margin is very small. Got to be extremely careful.
It has been publicly stated by the Department of Education that the Niuean language is at risk of being endangered. As part of efforts to sustain the language, the department is raising awareness and has helped facilitate programs in the two schools targeting not just the Vangahau, but also craft and performing arts. The Arts and Culture Festival will also be held next month in Niue.
We do need to teach Niue like you do English. But I also think that we should have quality educators to do that. And I think that's what's lacking at the present moment. I don't disagree with the philosophy behind teaching Niue as a language. But at the same time, I'm also very clear about the fact that teaching is one thing, it's our use of the language. That's why you find now that on major occasions, when I make a speech, it's all Niuean. It's all in Niuean. Because I want our kids to listen to our language, to understand that's our language. And I want them to become familiar with the sound of it. Hey, we're given the language by our forefathers way back. And all we're doing is perpetuating that into the future. If we don't do that, we'll fail. And the best thing to do is use it.
Balance for Better is the theme for International Women's Day. A networking breakfast for women in Niue was hosted by Niue's Chamber of Commerce along with the Scenic Matavai Resort this morning, which was attended by many, helping kickstart the celebrations.
Niue is the smallest country to partake in the celebrations globally. The International Women's Day colour is purple, and as explained by Niue's Chamber of Commerce Ray Finley, blue represents calm, red for fierce, so when colours combine they become purple. At this morning's networking event, keynote speakers included Ida Talangi, Gayleen Tasmania, Alana Tukuniu, Rupina Morrissey, Coral Pasisi, and members of Parliament Maureen Melikitama and Wainga Tukitonga. Gayleen revealed women are recorded as high in number in health statistics, and that's because they're the only ones visiting hospitals, with often the men asking for prescriptions via their female counterparts. Tomorrow, the Niue National Council of Women will celebrate the day from 9:30 a.m. to mark the day here in Niue.
Glenn Jackson's single Valaloto, translated Piece of You, currently sits in the New Zealand's top 20 chart singles. As a new entry to the charts, his song sits at 18 of the top 20 current New Zealand singles as of this week, March 4th. Glenn is the first Niuean living in Niue to be recognized on the charts.
I'm grateful and I feel blessed and humbled that this is happening. Not just for me, but for Niue overall.
The fact that it was sung in Vangahau, Glenn regarded it as the biggest win for him.
The whole song is Vangahau Niue, and that's probably the paramount feeling that I get over besides my own music career. It's like that's cool for me to be in the spotlight, but the fact that our wangahau can be pushed so advanced forward into the mainstream where people have never even heard of Niue, they still can't even pronounce the name, nor can they still spell the name correctly, that the wangahau is now in their playlist anywhere in the world. So that's the win for me, and only because I've been so passionate about it, because my wangahau is so bad, you know. So I'm okay. You know what? I can't be a hypocrite to say yep, push Niue, but I'm not doing it myself. So my way of expressing the language through my mouth is through singing. So that's the platform that I know well, and that's what I'm born with as a talent. So I have to use it.
Glenn is the first Niuean living in Niue to be recognized on the charts. And thanks to social media platforms, Glenn's music can be promoted further and faster. Thanks to Spotify, Facebook, and in this case, the official New Zealand music charts, Instagram. Alongside his fan base, he was informed by the New Zealand charts of his new entry. He explained how it has helped.
So Instagram, the New Zealand music charts have their own account, and they tagged me in their post. And so it's a screenshot of an image, and right at the bottom corner was Glenn Jackson Valaloto. I was like, wait, hold on a minute, what is happening here? So I went into the actual site, and sure enough, I saw the site, and that actual website was actually introducing all the other international artists that have just released new singles, and my name was mentioned in there as a new single release. Unfortunately, Spotify doesn't have the opportunity to show where it was produced, so I can only say it, but you had to be registered through a country, so New Zealand's the closest one that was available, so I went through New Zealand. So I think that's the other way how it got recognised by the New Zealand music charts, was that it was in their scope and in the data that they collect, and so they saw it, and so they picked it up.
Glenn joins other Niuean artist Poli Fuemana to have made the charts. Poli and his group Otara Millionaires Club, best known as OMC's single How Bizarre, fast became a New Zealand chart topper and won the award for Single of the Year at the 1996 New Zealand Music Awards. In 2002, the song How Bizarre was named as the 71st greatest one-hit wonder of all time on a VH1 countdown. And just before we go, a reminder on the International Women's Day celebration tomorrow. An event will be held by the Niue Women's Council. That's from 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. And on Saturday, the last round of pools for the men's cricket will be played at Via. And that's BCN News for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.